I don't have a beverage this time. I needed something that was silly as a intro, but turtles would beat most people at self-improvement. Let me explain. It's just this idea, this concept, the notion. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. I went on this blind date this past Saturday, and the girl, somebody that she worked with, says that all the time apparently, and it kind of it tracks that, like, if you think about things that happen very quickly and abruptly, that it's usually not any type of like slow or concerted effort. Or the Lionel Messi quote that it took me 10 years to become an overnight success, that, or the success iceberg, or even I'll put the meme on the screen that I'm thinking of, that like people either one, that everyone only sees the tip, the attention after it's already been achieved. No one sees the decades or years and thousands and millions of reps that went into achieving anything significant in your life. A slightly more callous or coarse thing would be that kind of men are these like things we take all this time to develop and become the thing that the woman wants, and then women sometimes kind of just like wait at the finish line, and after you've run the marathon of your life to become the thing that she wants, she's just like, yeah, good job, babe, like, I'm so glad you did all that work before I met you to be able to become the person that I want to be with now. It's great. I'm so glad that you did that for me. That we love them, but they can be a little frustrating sometimes, and that's my 2 cents on this thing. I watched this video, looking at this guy Devin. He's talking about relationships, and I'm single as a Pringle right now, but it's just on my mind that I'm in the process of finishing my marathon to become the thing that someday I'll get the wife and the kids. But I still gotta just do this whole thing of being I'm in the process over just obsessing about the product being the perfect product that everyone's going to want and buy and be obsessed with. It's going to create a fad, where it's rather, for me at least, to rather be the fucking person or thing that is slightly more stable, and it just has like a long-term trajectory of slow, consistent growth, like compound interest. That, like, in the vision statement of the company that I work for, they've been repeating it every week for the last couple weeks on the Tuesdays, that it's like you get $1 at the end of a 30-day cycle or a month, that like it becomes $2 billion if you were doubling it every day with compound interest or what have you, and that like that 97% of the value comes in the last 5 days to reach the 2 billion. So it's just never going to be instantly gratifying to be successful or like happy in life. It takes grit, fortitude, mental resilience to commit to doing something that isn't immediately going to pay off. Another example that I've heard illustrate the point would be if you've ever had the experience of pumping a hand pump well, that it just kind of takes a long time to build up the pressure to get the water out of the ground, and then eventually, once it's going, it takes just barely any effort to keep the water flowing. But all of the initial investment is this just unseen, unpaid, appreciated in the end, but unappreciated in the beginning, energy that you're just investing in the process of becoming, if we're going to take it slightly alchemically. So like, everybody wants the 6-pack abs, they want the final product, they want the fucking kick-ass relationship, they want the family, but are you willing to do the work when no one's watching? And this, it has to be done. You have to do battle with yourself, or integrate the shadow, if we're going to use Jungian psychology. But it's not glamorous. It's not fucking, you're not going to be a rock star overnight or get all the gaggles of girls that, or whatever thing that you want instantaneously. or if you do, like the most recent example that I've seen of like instant stardom or just out of the blue random dude, fucking what the fuck, clavicular, that he just was just suddenly famous, and this really popular streamer that no one, for me, it just came out of nowhere. I don't even know the guy personally or anything, but then more recently I've been seeing the things of like, oh yeah, he just like somebody's funded and like put him up in as a false idol, or a really bright star that burned really fast, really hot, but then is burning out, and then now is like kind of tweaking out on drugs on stream, and it's just kind of like the lights are on but nobody's home, because he's not really like actually a good role model to aspire to be like that. Like the vanity and the instant gratification and the surface level understanding of reality is never going to lead to like long-term happiness, success, or well-being, because it's just, you're missing the points that like there's just this natural slower pace that like the notion that ChatGPT kind of summarized this whole idea as I was kind of being like, I have this tickle in my brain of this idea I want to put out to the world, that it's like Erosion Mastery, or like beautiful things, works of art. Like I've been writing this book, the Sage of Psilocybin saga, for like 6 or 7 years now, and I'm still not done. Eventually it will be, because I've started to pick it up again. I hadn't worked on it for like 7 or 8 months, but there's that, and then just in a more physical sense, that like the Grand Canyon took millions and millions and millions, billions of years even, because the Earth took billions of years to become a planet, and then millions of years for the water to just wash away, and the floods of all of the different devastating things that happened in our past. I can't remember the name of the younger Dryas or something like that impact, and the catastrophes that our ancient ancestors had to deal with, that we're still in the genetic memories and echoes of, that we're terrified of these things subconsciously, but like we haven't personally had to deal with a giant rock falling out of the sky causing a giant flood myth, that all of the cultures throughout the world have all of these myths about giant floods for some reason, that like we forgot because it's so long in the past, that tens of thousands of years. But anyway, the point being that like kind of trying to tie back into that slow is smooth and smooth is fast, that like in the immediate sense, Grand Canyon, granite, all of these like really dense, hard things feel very like firm and like compact and real. But if you give it enough time, that the water, the weathering and erosion, gravity are more impactful on the actual landscape, not even of just of the world, but then also of your life. That like if you could be like stone or water, it's more like Bruce Lee.
Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow, or it can crash. Be water, my friend. Like that, you see?
Oh, I see. I get the idea.
Uh-huh.
I get the power behind it.
It's more important to fucking be able to move and flow and adjust to the things as they're happening to you, instead of just being this like very tight, I'm right, everyone else is wrong. Another meme that I think about sometimes is ego over eco, or eco over ego, that like human beings think that they have this divine right to rule over the natural world and use it however we see fit, without any actual for profit, versus appreciating and being grateful and treating the life-sustaining properties of the environment as sacred systems that also support us, and that we just use and abuse it because the people calling the shots at the top of the pyramid are psychopaths, and that ain't it, baby. That ain't it. So yeah. So another natural beauty that I've recently experienced, and just the way of life on this island that I went to, Hawaii. If you've never been, couldn't recommend it more. I just slept on the beach or right off the beach, Nini and Anahola, and it was just like, it was phenomenal. Great, beautiful, beautiful place. But again, this like thing of like, took all of this time for the lava in volcanoes to shoot out of the ocean and create the beauty, and that it wasn't just a fucking immediate thing. It took however many hundreds or thousands of eruptions to be able to create the landscape, and then all of the birds that had to be blown out there or flown out there and shit the seeds out to grow the plants, and then the magic of the process of life wanting to be more novel and the fucking...
No, I'm simply saying that life finds a way.
Jurassic Park quote that I love very, very much. I don't know how it makes you feel. Let me know in the comments. Gotta be a YouTuber for a second. Hold on. We'll just end with like the quintessential fable or allegory. Aesop's fable, the tortoise and the hare. It's not a sea turtle per se. I didn't get to see a sea turtle while I was there. Maybe next time. But you just baby steps, one day at a time. You have to take it slow, and that if you are, once you've decided and committed to the path, that you will hopefully see the finish line and not get sidetracked or distracted or think of yourself as so arrogantly better than the person taking it slow that you race off ahead of them, and then you have the lead for a time in a place, but eventually you fall asleep or get distracted by whatever next fancy shiny thing is there to trap you in an attention spell. So that's more or less what I got for you. If anything resonated with you and you feel like it would be worth your time and energy to sit down and have a slow conversation with me, I eat slow, I talk slow, I try to talk slow, and unless I'm like super duper excited, but I offer life coaching. Link for that is in the description. Just schedule a call and we'll chop it up about whatever the fuck's going on. That's basically it. I mean, like, share, comment, subscribe, keep the algorithm satisfied, and if I don't see you while I'm alive, I'll catch you on the flip side after I die. Hajime Mashite, if this is the first time that you watched a video, Namasue, have a great day, slop shoot if it's nighttime soon, and if you don't know, now you know. Aloha e mahalo. Aloha e mahalo, amigo. Meow.